Greetings, everyone. I am very excited about the next series of videos that I'm going to produce. Thanks to everyone who made suggestions for topics. I'm really going to math these up for you as the Spirit bids me. But I'm going to get started with these relationship questions so that we can really engage in some real conversation as African women. On your screen, you're seeing pictures of some very beautiful African women. And I just want to say you don't have to be naked to show, how sexy you are. It's about the mind, it's how we cultivate the mind to become a thing of beauty. And so I just want to celebrate Black women. I want to celebrate African women, you know, um, because we're not celebrated enough and we can't wait for other people or persons to celebrate us. We have to celebrate ourselves, and know that there are African men who love us and will continue to stand by us and celebrate us. But the most important thing is that you celebrate you. Okay. So, in this next series, we're going to have topics such as how do you get over a breakup? And people, if you like a particular topic that I suggest, you say it in the comment section and I will use those comments to prioritize the order in which these videos are done. So number one, how to get over a breakup. Number two, toxic relationships. Now, when we are on social media, we don't have to go very far, very deep to see all these toxic relationships that we see profiled on the internet. And some of the toxicity is so, I don't know, for some reason people really accept this as long as it's followed by material things. So if your relationship is just of the most disrespect to you as a person, if you have a nice house or if you can show that you can buy nice things, and people will say you must stay together for these reasons. The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. So now relationships are based on what you own, not on who you are and how both of you create this kind of harmony or balance between both persons. If you are rich as a man, you can do anything and the lady is supposed to stay. You'll always hear these women say, don't leave your man, stay with your man. And if that man was poor and made a bad choice, you would never hear people tell them to stay, you know? So we're going to talk about toxic relationships and how you need to understand your worth or your value while you're in these types of relationship. Then we have how to stop being insecure, because part of the reason why some people stay in these toxic situations because they're insecure about themselves. And remember too, if a woman, for example, is in a relationship with a man who's a narcissist, he is going to make you feel terrible about yourself. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how attractive you are, how other men would give anything to be with you. They're going to find ways to make you feel bad about yourself. But the truth is, we should not give such a burden or responsibility up on another person to make us feel good about ourselves. So, how do we create, and see ourselves in a way where we see ourselves as valuable or important, right? So, there's so many women who tolerate some disrespectful things from their partners because you feel insecure. Your self esteem has eroded. And in this video, I just want to remind you that what a man chooses to do outside of his relationship with you, not thinking about your feelings or your needs, has nothing to do with what you look like. Because some of these men, if you make the decision to leave, they're going to fall apart, but they still do it anyway. And they'll still go sleep with some women, that people refer to as chicken heads. Now, as far as women are concerned, I don't want to disrespect anybody, but you know what I mean when I say that. A man would leave his accomplished wife, his beautiful home, his beautiful kids, and get involved with a lady who is called a lady of the night. And if he knows, if his partner finds out, it's over, but he still does it anyway. And so you can't change a man's behavior or his mindset or whatever demon is on him that is pulling him into a particular direction. You can only change the way you do things, how you see yourself, how you empower yourself. Understand, seeing your self-worth. Then we're going to do a topic about how to enjoy your single life. And I've said before that loneliness is not a reason to get involved with anybody. But how do you enjoy your single life and be whole? Okay. And then we'll do another topic. How to know if a man is not that into you. Now, this series is not against men, because we're going to be doing some topics related to men as well, where I address the men. I look at the signs, the things to look for, the things to consider when they're choosing their partner, or if they happen to be, of the persuasion that believes that having 100 women and going out there and running around, they don't realize the consequences of that. You're not really hurting the lady. It's really yourself that you're hurting. You know, fidelity is not really about the other person. It's about you if you're wise. Okay. So we will be doing these topics, and I will welcome any other topics or questions that you have. I really want to start a group, WhatsApp group, where we dedicate some time, to really talking about some of the things that we're having, experiences we're having, and how to uplift ourselves and empower each other. And understand that you're not the only one that's going through whatever it is that you're going through. When you listen to this video right now, you're not alone. You're not the only person having problems with your relationship, or problem with your family, or problem with your children, or problem at your work. We're talking about relationship across the board. As Freedom Wife said, the nuances of relationship. Very powerful. We want to make these sessions, powerful, useful. At the end of the day, that helps us, because I don't know about you, but there are times when I'm going through something and I just wish I had someone I could talk to, one on one, that I could share these things with without feeling like I'm going to be judged, or, things like that. I've had that in the past, especially when I was a single person. Okay. So we're going to figure out how to stop being insecure. And we're going to look at fear of rejection. Some of us are afraid to take the chance because we've had bad experiences in the past, and we're afraid of rejection, not sure about ourselves, and the trauma that is associated with someone breaking up with you, or you having to break up with somebody, is something that prevents you from going forward. But if you're a young person and you've had a few bad experience, I'm going to say to you, don't allow that to prevent you from going forward and opening yourself to meeting someone not perfect, because there's no perfect people, but someone who can bring our added value to you. So you go into this relationship bringing a whole bunch of things that is going to allow that relationship to thrive. But you also don't compromise your standards by getting desperate and inviting men into your life that doesn't add anything to you, except the physical. That's not enough. It doesn't matter how much chemistry you feel with somebody or sexual energy flowing between two persons. That's not a reason to be together. That's not something that's going to keep you in a lasting relationship. While that energy is important, it is not the most important thing in allowing that relationship to grow deeper and deeper. Okay, so we're going to talk about these topics, and listen carefully. And when you hear a topic suggestion that you like, just drop it in the comments so I can know, okay, there's 5 persons who want to talk about this, 5 persons who are interested in this segment, and then I can do the videos according to that. But yeah, in the beginning, you see all these beautiful African women. Do you know how many women who are walking around single? Our young black ladies are now saying that they can't find relationships, they can't find boyfriends. Like they go on a date here and there, but it's not growing into anything else. Something is going on. And we're going to look at the trends that we're noticing. So many girls in their 20s, 30s, they're not even in a relationship, let alone married or engaged. And we're not saying everybody should run off and get married in their 20s if it's not something that is important to you. But a lot of these women, they want to get married. A lot of these young girls want to be in a relationship. They want to start a family. There are some girls who are smart enough not to just be having babies with guys. They don't want to be a person who, who's called a baby mama. So, they're looking for a special guy that they can do this, but they're getting older. They're 30. They're in 35 years old and they don't have a relationship and they're feeling very sad about it. I've met a lot of young ladies that are saying, I want to get married. I'm getting older, but they don't want to just go out and be somebody's, you know, baby mama. So we'll talk about these things. These are very important. So, and a lot of women are hurt. A lot of older women are scared because of bad relationships. A lot of older women are saying, when I say older, I'm saying you're in your 50s, early 50s, 60, and you have life in you. You still have feelings. You still want to share yourself with someone. But it's a scary thing because of bad experiences you've had, and even those things can turn around. And I'm going to say to anyone who's listening to me, if I found myself as a single woman again, I would not get married again. I would not get married. I would just be single. I would just enjoy my life. That doesn't mean you're old. I'm just saying I've been in two relationships that span 32 years. So I would not be interested in that part anymore. If that didn't work, or if I found myself as a single lady for whatever reason, it'll be me getting a chance to fulfill a certain part of myself. We're also going to talk about the sacrifices we make in marriage as women and the importance of carving out some time for ourselves and to focus on doing some of the things that make us happy, because there are a lot of people who are married and they dedicate their entire life to their family or to their partners, and there's a certain resentment that the woman feels because there's no me time, there's no quality time for herself. So we're going to look at that too in this relationship. We're going to expand on family and the importance of knowing when to cut off some people. Not because they're blood related doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice yourself to them. You're not living in the Bible days when they're putting people on altar and sacrificing them. You know yourself. You understand your worth. And that there are some people who are so toxic, whether they be intimate partners or, family structure or whatever, that you have to know to separate from. There are people in my family that I can't even stand hearing their name. It's not hate, it's just the fact that they have hurt me so badly. And even if I hear their name, it's a trigger. So what did I have to do? I had to cut off everybody. Cut them off. Let's get started in doing this important work of creating harmony and balance in our life as women, and celebrate ourselves separate and apart from the men that we love. Stay. Let's go, ladies. Let's get into it and drop our guards, let our hair down. Let's just speak truth. And if some of these sessions have to be private, we will do it privately. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm very excited about this. Let's get started. Stay blessed, everyone. Please excuse the quality of the audio, telephone interruptions. Stay blessed, everyone.